Hello guys, so in this video I will show you how to tune and how to scale Hysteria. So when you first purchase this, you'll find the module, a nice card and screws and ribbon cable. So what the card says is that you have to tune this according to your system, and this is because mainly each system has different power supplies, and as you add modules to the system, you draw more current, and more current means less voltage. So I'll just go through it very fast. First thing you want to know, if you cannot do this, do not even try it, because it's 99% that it's gonna be almost fine. You probably won't even notice it's out of tune, even if it is, but as it's a precision VCO, I suggest that if you're able to do this procedure, do it. So, what you're gonna need: a small screwdriver for the scale trimmer that it's located in here, your power supply, which in my case I just use a small laboratory power supply for our purpose, a tuner. Now I'm gonna use the data, the Mordax data, but you can use other tuners, even guitar tuners, as long as they're chromatic. For example, this Fender tuner will work, but this Danelectro, which is not chromatic, will not work. So I connect Hysteria to the power and leave it there for at least 5 minutes. I won't do that long because otherwise you're gonna be bored in waiting. I'll just go through the procedure directly. I connect my Mordax, and I will also be needing my CV source, which in my case is an HYSTERIA keystep, and a couple of cables, of course. So, what I'm gonna do, first thing you're gonna do is tune the analog tracking, because you have two kinds of tracking: the quantized one, which is digitalized, and the analog tracking, which is just the analog tracking. I cannot say it otherwise. So I will connect my keyboard to the power supply. There, it's alive. And I will send bits from HYSTERIA keystep to Hysteria 1 volt per octave input. Then I will send my output into the tuner. Let me set that to tuner. There you go. And get some sound. There you go. If you start playing, you'll notice it's tuned. So, if you think it's fine, do not even do that. I just mention it again. But let's say we're gonna start tuning. So, octave and semi all the way down. Set it to sine wave. You can have other waves, but I prefer the sine wave. It's much more clean. It's much more easier for the tuners to read it. And you press and hold the quantize button for 1 second or a little bit more, no more than 2. There you go. And now it's flashing very fast. In that mode, you wanna play an A on your keyboard, a high one. That's good. And with the semi slider, you need to get an A note. There you go. Go 3 octaves higher. 1, 2, 3. And observe the tuning. It's not in tune, so you have to scale it. What you're doing is that you set it in a precise A note again, and then go down 3 octaves again, and with a scale trimmer you now tune it again to an A note. You can play around the scale trimmer and observe where each side gets you to. So here I am. Maybe a little bit more. There you go. Let's take a look. Super. That's super precise. So this is the first scale, and you're done. The second part is to tune the quantize mode. I will not be needing the keyboard anymore, so I just remove it. There you go. And I'll just bring this closer. And how this is done? Okay, you actually want to set it in a quantize mode. Actually, let me explain that. What you need to do is to have the octaves in a precision tuning. So in an A note, I would like to have A notes everywhere. Where it happens in this module to be okay, but let's say it wasn't okay, that the quantize mode wasn't tracking correctly. What you're gonna do is press the quantize button for 5 seconds or more, and now it's flashing slowly. And what this do is that it sets each time an A note so that you can tune it with a semi. The octave slider doesn't do anything here, so you just go and tune an A note with a semi slider. When you're done, press quantize again, and it'll set you to the next octave. And observe how semi slider changes the pitch. Find an A note, press again, and repeat. And again, and again, and again. But now I cannot measure. So why that happens? Because the pitch is too high for the tuner to measure it. So you just ignore it, leave the semi where it is, and press quantize again and again and again until you exit. When the LED is off, you're done, everything is stored, and you can just check it out. Like, let's have an A note there. And this is how it's done. Now in this part of the video, I will show you what to do if you mess up. Let's say that you have a scaling that doesn't make sense, and I will make it so. I will just turn the scale all the way down in a random position, and this doesn't make sense. So what I'm gonna do is I'll just try to scale it all over. So how to do that? Go and find the lowest octave of your keyboard. There it is. Now, this is the first A you find. Second, third. You go to the third A. And once you go to the third A, you press and hold quantize for 1 second. Then, supposedly, this note should be an A at 110 Hz. So I'm gonna use the scale trimmer to get there. Come on. Oh, you also need to have the semi at around mid position. And try again. There you go. Now, once I have that, I'll try and go to an A at about 880 Hz. So I manually tune that with the semi at 880 and go back down again to 110. And now again with my scale I try to reach 110 Hz. And again I go to 3 octaves higher, tune again, and then again down. And if you're in tune, you're good. And now the scale is fixed, you don't want to touch this again. And you go and follow the same procedure as on the previous video, on the previous part of the video. And that is how you find the correct scaling.